Welcome back to Chosen Being. If you are here right now, it's not a coincidence. Lately, you may have felt different, quieter, more sensitive, easily overwhelmed by noise, chaos, or negative energy. Places that once felt normal now feel heavy. Conversations that used to entertain you now feel draining. People you once tolerated now leave you feeling emotionally exhausted. And maybe you've been asking yourself, why does everything feel so intense now? Why can't I handle what I used to? The answer is simple. Your energy is changing, and that's why you can't tolerate low vibes anymore. For a long time, you adapted to environments that didn't match your soul. You learned to quiet your emotions, suppress your sensitivity, and pretend that certain energies didn't affect you. You forced yourself to stay in situations that didn't feel right just to keep peace, to belong, or to avoid being misunderstood. But now something within you has shifted. The old version of you, the one who endured low frequencies out of habit or fear, is slowly fading. And your higher self, the awakened version of you, is rising. This version of you feels everything more deeply. You notice dishonesty in a person's tone, heaviness in a room, or hidden intentions in someone's silence. Loud, chaotic conversations make you feel anxious. Gossip feels like poison. Forced connections feel suffocating, and trying to ignore your feelings now feels impossible, because your soul refuses to dim itself for the comfort of others any longer. You are becoming more aligned with peace, more aligned with truth, more aligned with your higher vibration. And the more your energy rises, the more anything that is not in alignment begins to feel unbearable. It's like upgrading your inner frequency from an old station to a higher one. When you vibrate at a higher level, anything that doesn't match you feels disruptive, not because you are weak, but because your soul is no longer willing to live in emotional survival mode. So now, toxic conversations drain you. Drama feels exhausting. Unkind energy makes your spirit uncomfortable. Pretending feels painful. Being around people who are fueled by negativity or constant complaining leaves you feeling heavy. And maybe you've noticed. You crave solitude more than ever. Not because you're lonely, but because being alone allows your soul to breathe. Peace feels like home now. Silence feels healing. Nature feels like medicine. Time spent in your own energy feels safe and sacred. You are not isolating. You are recalibrating. Your spirit is adjusting to its new frequency. Your nervous system is healing from old energetic wounds. Your heart is protecting itself from environments that no longer reflect who you are becoming. As your energy changes, your boundaries change too. You begin to say no to what drains you. You distance yourself from what harms your peace. You stop chasing people who were never meant to stay. You stop forcing conversations that don't feed your soul. You begin choosing yourself, and not in a selfish way, but in a self-honoring way. Yes, this shift may feel uncomfortable at first. You may feel guilt for stepping away from certain people or environments. You may feel unsure about this quieter, softer version of yourself. But please know, this change is not something to fear. It is something to embrace, because it means your soul is evolving. You are no longer aligned with survival. You are aligning with healing. You are entering a new energetic chapter where low vibrations simply cannot exist within your space for long. And that is not a loss. It is protection. Letting go of low vibrational energy does not mean you hate people. It simply means you love yourself enough to choose environments that feel like peace, not pain. It means you are becoming aware that your energy is precious, and not everyone deserves access to it. So if you've been wondering why you can't tolerate certain things anymore, this is your confirmation. You are transforming. You are growing spiritually, emotionally, and energetically. Your soul no longer wants to survive in heavy spaces. It wants to bloom in aligned ones. And yes, it may feel like you are in a season of shedding. A season of releasing old layers, old patterns, old connections. But trust this process, because as your energy shifts, your reality will shift too. New people who match your vibration will enter your life. Conversations that uplift your soul will replace those that once drained you. Experiences that align with your growth will begin to show up. And most importantly, you will feel lighter, calmer, and more connected to your truth. This change in energy is not the end of something. It is the beginning of a more authentic, peaceful, awakened version of you. As your energy continues to rise, you'll begin to notice the subtle difference between what feels like love and what only pretends to be love. True connection feels calm, safe, warm, and expansive. It nourishes your soul and leaves you feeling lighter. But false connection, especially when rooted in expectation, jealousy, control, or drama, feels tight, heavy, and anxious. Where once you might have stayed out of obligation, now your spirit quietly steps away, not with anger, but with peaceful awareness. You will also begin to sense that your energy is no longer available for arguments that lead nowhere, or explanations that cost too much of your peace. You no longer feel the need to prove yourself or justify your healing. Instead, silence becomes your response. Distance becomes your protection. Peace becomes your power. And yes, some people may not understand this version of you. They may say you've changed. They're right, you have. But they may not realize that you didn't change to become someone new. You changed to return to who you were meant to be all along. Even your desires will begin to shift. You may no longer chase things that once seemed important. Constant attention, endless productivity, external validation, material approval. Now what feels important is inner stillness, soul alignment, spiritual clarity, emotional authenticity. You want to wake up and feel peaceful. You want to walk through your day feeling connected to your spirit. You want your life to feel meaningful, not just filled. This is the beauty of rising in energy. It brings you closer to yourself. You stop trying to force your life to impress others, and instead, you start shaping a life that feels healing to live in. A life that feels like home to your soul. In this shift, your intuition becomes one of your greatest guides. You start to feel subtle nudges, a quiet knowing when something is right or when something is wrong. You may feel your energy contract around certain people or environments, like your soul is saying, "Not here." And then there are moments when your energy expands, when you feel warm, aligned, and safe, and your spirit whispers, "This is where you belong." You begin honoring these messages more, trusting them, allowing them to lead you. Your journey stops being about external direction and starts being about internal navigation. And when you honor your inner energy, life begins to soften around you. You stop forcing, and things begin flowing. You stop begging for acceptance, and instead attract those who naturally resonate with your vibration. You stop trying to make others see your heart, because the ones meant for you will feel it without explanation. Your healing becomes less about fixing yourself and more about loving yourself as you grow. You begin to understand that you don't need to earn rest. You deserve it. You don't need to explain your sensitivity. It is your spiritual compass. Your softness is not weakness. It is your ability to feel beyond the surface, and that is a gift. If you're in a season of outgrowing things, trust it. If your soul feels exhausted in places where you once felt comfortable, honor it. If saying no feels more peaceful than saying yes, listen to that peace. Your energy is trying to guide you toward a life where you are not constantly drained, just trying to exist. Eventually, this shift brings you to a deeper truth, that your energy is sacred, and not everyone is meant to access it. You learn that protecting your peace is not shutting people out. It's keeping your spirit open only to what aligns with love, light, and truth. You understand that boundaries are not walls. They are filters that keep your vibration clear. You realize that saying no without guilt is one of the purest forms of self-respect. Your energy has risen because you are healing. You are awakening. You are stepping into a higher timeline, one where low vibrations can no longer anchor you down. You are no longer meant to survive in places that require you to deny your soul. You are now meant to grow in spaces that celebrate your light. So, if everything feels different now, that's because it is. You are not who you used to be. You are becoming someone softer, wiser, deeper, and more aligned. And slowly, you will begin to attract different experiences. You will meet people who speak to your soul, not your ego. You will feel conversations that feel like sunlight, moments that feel like peace, and presence that feels like home. Your path may feel quieter now, but it is not empty. It is sacred. You are not losing your old life. You are creating space for your new one. You are not walking away from love. You are walking toward healing. You are not becoming distant. You are becoming whole. One day soon, you will look back and thank yourself for choosing peace instead of pretending, for choosing your energy instead of their approval, for choosing alignment over familiarity, for choosing your evolution over your comfort zone. And when that day comes, you will realize your energy didn't change randomly. It changed because your soul decided it was time to rise. As your soul continues this journey of rising, there will come a moment when you stop apologizing for your transformation. You will stop feeling guilty for not tolerating what once drained you. You will no longer question whether your sensitivity is a flaw. You will begin to understand it as a divine compass that keeps you aligned with the energy you now belong to. You will begin to walk more slowly, more mindfully, more intentionally. You will no longer rush toward what is calling you from urgency, but instead move steadily toward what feels guided by peace. You will grow comfortable with saying, "This no longer feels aligned," and allowing things to end without resistance. You will learn that release is not failure, it is sacred redirection. Soon, you will begin to trust that not everything is meant to stay, but everything is meant to shape you. You will realize that those who drift away from your life are not enemies. They are simply part of a chapter that helped your soul grow stronger. Your energy shifted, and in that shift, what doesn't rise with you naturally falls away. But in the falling away, there comes a lightness, a freedom that fills your spirit with a sense of quiet joy. You start to feel more peace than ever before. Your body feels less heavy. Your breath feels like a prayer. Your life begins to soften in ways you never imagined. You become more at home in yourself, and you find beauty in the unfolding of your transformation. Eventually, your life will begin to attract what feels like sunlight, gentle souls who understand your silence, conversations that nourish your inner world, environments that calm your nervous system, and moments that feel like quiet miracles. You will find that the more you honor your new energy, the more your life aligns with peace, love, and authenticity. You are not meant to dim your light to survive in dark places. You are meant to let your light guide you to where you truly belong. So if your energy is changing, let it. If your tolerance for low vibrations is fading, trust it. This is not a breakdown. This is alignment. You are becoming the version of yourself that your soul has been preparing you to be. In this version, you protect your peace. You choose love, even if it means walking away from what doesn't offer it. You sit in silence and feel whole. You surround yourself with energy that feels like truth. You live with deeper meaning, softer strength, and clearer intention. You are not losing yourself. You are finally meeting yourself. As this journey continues, may you trust where your energy leads you. May you honor your soul's boundaries. May you allow your rising vibration to be your guide. And may you always remember that the more your energy evolves, the closer you come to the truth of who you really are. Your sensitivity is not your weakness, it is your awakening. Your inability to tolerate low energy is not a problem, it is your protection. Your changing vibration is not random, it is your spiritual evolution. You are not falling apart, you are falling into alignment with your light. And on the days when you feel alone in this process, may you remind yourself, you are not alone. Many souls are rising with you, quietly, softly, finding their path just as you are finding yours. There is a new world being built from higher vibrations, and you are a part of it. You are walking into a life that feels more peaceful, more present, more aligned with the truth your soul always knew. So breathe, beautiful soul. You are exactly where you are meant to be. If this message spoke to your spirit, I invite you to subscribe to Chosen Being and share in the comments how your energy has been changing. Your voice may be the reflection another soul needs to hear. You are growing, you are rising, and you are not alone.